What's up? What's up? It's your girl JACHRISTAB. Today we're going to talk about something a little different than the norm. You know, usually if you come to watch my channel or watch my videos, you'll see me talking about makeup, talking about the hottest product and what to go and get and whatnot. But today, since it is holiday season, and yes, I'm very comfortable. Like, your girl came with no makeup on. I just put on lashes and some lip gloss because I wanted to look like somebody, you know what I'm saying? But today we're going to talk about mental health because it is the holiday season, and this is the season that a lot of people, if you have mental health issues like depression, anxiety, and things like that, it can really take a toll on you. And if you have like family members that have passed on, that can take a toll on you as well. So let me just go ahead and say, a lot of people don't know, but like my husband and my mom, sister, and like very, very, very close friends, they don't know, but you all don't know, but I suffer from anxiety. Now, it's just general anxiety. It's not like severe anxiety or anything like that, but I do suffer from anxiety, and I've been dealing with this for the last, I want to say the last year, but I didn't know that I was dealing with anxiety until I started working in psychiatry at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Until I worked there, and that didn't work out for me because things start triggering my anxiety, if that makes sense. So if you don't know what anxiety is, the definition is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease. And I have that feeling all the time. Some of my triggers are like work. I looked online, and some other people's triggers are like socializing, stress, finances, things like that. But my main trigger was like working and not being where I wanted to be, and I'm always like anxious to be where I want to be. Like, I'm 23, and a lot of older people may not deal with that, the work part, because they're older, or because you may be doing something that you don't want to do or you really don't care for. But for me, it was like working, and even it started getting bad, let's see, in like July or August. Like, I started getting really anxious, not wanting to go to work, waking up every morning feeling like, oh my God, like, this can't be life. Like, it was just a lot, and just constant worrying, constant feeling nervous. Like, I even believe that I have like stomach issues now due to me worrying so much, or me having anxiety or whatever. But yeah, so that was my main trigger. And also stress. Now, I don't have a problem with socializing. Some people have social anxiety, things like that, separation anxiety, like your pets. They'll probably have like separation anxiety. Like, I know my sister's dog, like, he has separation anxiety. If she leaves, he's like whining and crying and all that stuff. And some people's triggers are like finances, things like that. And sometimes it can just be like just hard to get through the day. And I know how that feels, because I got to the point where it was just hard to do like simple tasks. It was hard to wake up in the morning. Like I said, I don't think I have depression. I talked to my therapist, and well, the last time I talked to my therapist, it's been a while, but she thought that I was starting to develop depression or what have you, but I don't know 100% sure. But I do know that I do like suffer from anxiety, like, and some of the symptoms are like feeling nervous, restless, or tense all the time. Like, I'm always like not nervous, but I'm always feeling like restless. Like, I haven't been able to sleep for real. I've been feeling like real tense. I've been feeling like you just can't breathe, and like you can't catch your breath, and it's just like your mind is just constantly wondering, and it's just going and going and going and going and going. And then sometimes it's just like, oh, my nails are cute. But sometimes you just can't cut that off and it's like really hard. And then like I said, you know, feeling nervous, restless, panicking, increased heart rate, like breathing rapidly, sweating. Like I had like the increased heart rate and like sweating, but I sweat anyway, but like it was just like worse. And like I started having panic attacks. That's how I knew, like I said, I can say now that like this past year I've been suffering from anxiety, but I didn't start noticing it or didn't start having triggers until like June or July of this year. And like how I knew I was, you know, having anxiety or whatever was one, me working in psychiatry. So I'm dealing with patients that, you know, have anxiety, depression, PTSD, schizophrenia, and things like that. So I'm looking at some of those symptoms of like when the patients will call and say, hey, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, like I feel like that too. And then like me and my coworkers, we were talking and we were like all talking like, yeah, we think you have anxiety. And then one day I was at work and I was having a good day, but it was like this unsettled feeling that I had. It felt like a knot, like right here in my chest or in my stomach, and constant going to the bathroom, like diarrhea, or just being nervous. Like when the phones rang, I just like went into like a nervous wreck. And then like it caused me, then I started having panic attacks where I was crying, like frequent crying or constant crying, uncontrollable crying, worrying, hyperventilating, missing work, things like that. And that's when I knew, like, okay, girl, like you need to go see your doctor. You need to go back to therapy. And you need some help. And you know, Black people, we are the main ones. We think that mental health is just taboo. Like, we think it's taboo. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to hear about, like, in the Black family, like, if you have a cousin or aunt or something that's, like, going through, or they're a little, like, different, or, you know, what I know now, probably, like, schizophrenia and things, you know, Black people like, oh, she just crazy, da-da-da-da, but, like, no, like, and that's another thing. I hate the word crazy, because we're not crazy. We just have mental illness. And like, people really need to take into consideration that your brain is a muscle as well, and you have to, when you do self-care and self-checks, you need to check on your mental state as well. Like, I mean, what's the point of having a banging body, like, in shape and stuff, and then your brain is not in shape too, if that makes sense? Like, if everything in your life is going well, but you're always having mental breakdowns, like, no, you need to check on yourself as well. And that's what I realized, because I was like, no, I don't think I have it. I'm tougher than this. I'm stronger than this, blah, 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 blah. But no, like, panic attacks, I've never had panic attacks. I've always had probably like a little anxiety, just, you know, just a little bit. But this year, I tell you, like, was in for a rude awakening. And my husband has really been very, very, very supportive, because he has, like, experience with it from, like, family members and things. So he know how to handle when I'm having, like, an episode, or I'm not, like, spazzing out or anything, but I'm, like, crying, I'm, like, hyperventilating. Like, he knows how to calm me down, things like that. And he's been so helpful, and I just thank God that I have an amazing support system. And that's another thing, like, you have to make sure, once you realize, okay, the first step is admitting and realizing that something is wrong. And then the second step is like talking to a doctor. So you can go see a therapist, psychologist, counselor, psychiatrist, or you can see like your PCP or your nurse practitioner, like I do. I see my nurse practitioner, and I have like a low dosage of medication for my anxiety. Now, eventually I would like to wing off of that, but we're gonna get to that. But and then the third thing would be your support system. So my support system, and at first it was like I didn't want to tell anybody but my husband and like my coworkers, because we worked in psychiatry and they knew, and my husband had like firsthand experience or whatever. So your support system is very, 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 very important. Like I said, Black family. We don't know nothing about no mental health or anything like that. The only reason why I know is because I worked in it. But like talking to my sister's like my best friend. Like she understands. Like if I have a problem with anything, I call my sister. I can be like, hey, like have a stomach ache. I'm calling my sister and telling her. And like I was really, 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 really scared to tell my mom, because my mom is from that generation where it's like they don't get it. Like they don't get it. Like they're in that generation where they were raised by another generation that, like I said, mental health is taboo. No one talks about it. No one, it's like in the Black community, like no one talks about it. Jesus is the only way that you can get over it, which is true. Like you need the Lord, but you also, the Lord, he put these doctors and counselors and nurses on this earth to help you for a reason. So, I mean, whatever, but I was like so terrified to tell my mom. And when I finally told my mom, I was like, well, I told my sister, and my sister, she was like, well, can I tell mom? Because they're like really, really tight. Like they see each other every day, they work together. And I was like, you know what? And I was like, no. And I was like, you can tell mama, like whatever, okay. And so she told my mom, and my mom called me. And when I tell you, I was just so shocked at how supportive my mother was to me and my needs. Like I was just like blown away, because like I said, scared, living in a Black family, mental health is taboo, like don't nobody talk about it. But I was like terrified, and that like telling my mom was another trigger to my anxiety and stuff like that. So, but now it's not, because like my mom, like although she has never dealt with anxiety personally with herself, she's learning to cater to my needs. And when I'm like, mom, I just need a hug, or mom, I'm coming over your house, because her and my sister's house, like I don't know, like I can be really anxious, and then I can go to my sister's house and then like and just chill out over there, and then I feel at ease, I feel calm. It's like a comfort zone. Same way with my mom's house. Like I can be like really anxious or really sad or just not in the best mood, and I can just go over there and chill out, hang out, and it just calms me and soothes me. So like I said, having that support system is really amazing as well. So for me, I have my husband, my sister, my mom, and like a small, like probably 4 of my friends that know I'm dealing with anxiety, because they're also dealing with anxiety as well. So we all can relate. So it's good to have people that's dealing with it and just like you, and y'all have that thing in common that y'all can kind of bounce off each other, but you don't want to kind of be a burden to them to sit out their anxiety. So it's also good to have a therapist or like a psychiatrist or psychologist or stuff like that. So the things that helped me, like I said, was I have a low dosage of medication that I eventually want to wing off of and go do a more holistic route. Yes, I love you too. He's so sweet. But yeah, so like I'm doing like a low dosage of medication where I eventually want to wing off of, because I just like medicine for my, like I want to be able to conquer this battle myself and learn how to do it like in a holistic way, not using big pharma and drugs and stuff like that. Like I want to be able to do it myself and with the Lord, of course. So what else helps me is prayer, meditation. Now meditation, meditation sometimes work for me. Sometimes it makes me more anxious, only because you're trying to make yourself calm down. And I know they say that meditation is like a practice. You're supposed to practice it and it'll eventually, like, you know, help you or whatever. But honestly, meditation, it sometimes works. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it makes me even more anxious and I just be like, I'm gonna cut this off. And the app that I use for meditation is Headspace. And it's a good meditation app. It gives you tools and things to help you breathe and just take a moment to collect yourself and gather yourself. And another thing was therapy. I haven't been to therapy in a while, but therapy really does help because you need a professional. You need to talk to a professional. Your mom, your sister, your husband, your friends are not going to always have the answer. So I would just, you know, go and talk to somebody that has a degree in it or that has been doing this for so long, and they can give you the tools that you need as well. And then you have an unbiased opinion. And it's a judge-free zone because, like, your family, friends, you know, they'll say they're not judging you, but it's like they don't get it unless they're going through it. But even when they're the ones that are going through it, you don't want to set off their anxiety or their depression or things like that. So you would just want to talk to someone that is professional. And exercising. Now this, I got to get back to exercising, but I'm taking it one day at a time. Walks in the park, walks around, you know, the neighborhood, walks around your apartment complex, you know, going to Planet Fitness, you know, doing things like that. Just a little something, 30 minutes a day, something small. You don't have to be like a gym rat, like the guy that's in the gym that's like juiced up and like muscles big as hell. Like, no, you just have to take it a day at a time and just go at your own pace. And then another thing is eating clean. My nurse practitioner, she was telling me, like, eating clean, exercise, and things like that will help. So instead of like Chick-fil-A or getting a number 3 or number 7 from Chick-fil-A, how about we get a salad with the strawberries? Like, you know, just implementing clean foods into your diet, and that'll help you as well. And another thing that I really want to try is CBD. Like, I really want to try CBD oil, but I haven't found the right CBD brand that's THC free. I haven't. Like, I've been doing my research and stuff. Like, I've seen one, but I want to do a little bit more research on it. But I really want to try CBD because it's natural and things like that. And I want to try the one that's THC free because, like, you know, you want a job. Like, and so, yeah, I really want to try CBD. I've been talking about CBD for the longest. And I've been, like, watching videos on YouTube and like Googling and researching. I even went to a shop in 5 Points South, Birmingham, Alabama, and it's called the Golden Temple. And the guy, he was telling me about the CBD oil and, you know, what it does. And then he gave me a whole like printout on the CBD, but he said that their CBD that they sell at the Golden Temple is full spectrum, and I don't want full spectrum because full spectrum has THC in it, and I'm not trying to be like feel high or like not be able to get a job or like things like that. So I'm just gonna have to work on that. And so another thing is how anxiety or mental health and things like that affect your loved ones. So like I said, for my husband, he has experience in it firsthand because he's dealt with it with, you know, family members and things like that. So he's been a great support system. He said, I'm like, baby, I don't want to stress you out. I don't want you to think I'm crazy. Like, and he's like, no, like, you have anxiety. He's like, you pretty much just worry a lot. Like, you worry yourself so much, it just makes you sick. Like, and I'm here to ease that ease that for you and make you feel better. And then, like, my sister and my mom, and the reason why I really didn't want to tell my mom is, one, because, like I said, Black parent, it's taboo to talk about mental health. And two, I didn't want to worry my mom because she has 3 kids and she has her own life and she has a husband and she has 2 granddogs that she needs to worry about. And I don't want her spending her time worrying about little old me, even though she say, I'm going to always worry because I'm your mother. But I don't want to make her blood pressure go up, if that makes sense. I just don't want people to worry about me because I've always been known as the strong one for everybody else and the strong friend, the strong, daughter and things like that. But now it's time for me. Sometimes being strong is reaching out and talking to, people, because the strong people need a shoulder to lean on too. So, that meme that says, check on your strong friends? That's real. Like, check on your strong friends, because it be the ones that's strong, like Ma, that never bother you, that never want to, tell you anything, that be really going through some shit. Excuse my language, but really be going through. So, check on your strong friends. All right. So another thing I found online was like the statistics. Like, I didn't know that anxiety really play a big role like this in people's lives, or people are really suffering with anxiety like this. I saw on Google that anxiety affects 40 million adults in the US 18 or older. Like, I was like, what? Because, like, when I tell you, like, for the long, I've never had anxiety. Like this year, I don't know what the Lord was trying to teach me, or like this is just a test. This is a test, because this year it was tough. This year was tough. And like I said, the top part of the year, I thought I was fine, but I was dealing with anxiety, but I really didn't have like triggers and things like that until like the middle of the year. And I was just terrified. I was just like, Lord, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to live like this. I don't want to live with this. Like, your mind is constantly going. Just going. Like, you can't even sleep because it's just going. So, like, when I read that statistic, I was just like, wow, like, I really need to use my platform and, like, keep it real with y'all. Like, it's not always about the glitz, the glam, makeup, and stuff like that. And if that's the type of video you wanted today, I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it G real. Like, you see, I have on my hoodie. Like, I have on my camouflage cold heart hoodie that my husband bought me. Like, I just threw on some lashes and some lip gloss. Like, to keep it real with y'all. Like, kicking some real shit. Like, y'all, like, mental health is real. And then it's the holiday season, and some people that have more serious mental health problems than I have, like, it's really hard for people, especially around this time of the year. So I just wanted to, like, be real with y'all and be 100 and be naked. Like, besides my lashes, I had to put on some lashes, but I just wanted to be real and not dolled up and fake and just like real gimmicky. Like, I just wanted to keep it real with you all. So let me know what you think about this video. If you have any like remedies or methods or like holistic ways besides the ones that I named today, or anything that helped you with anxiety or depression or things like that, just drop it in the comment box below. And just like let me know, like, did this video help you? What are your next steps? What do you recommend I do? Like, just like feel free to drop comments in the box below. So with that being said, I just feel like this was real therapeutic. Like, I just want to be real with y'all because, use your platform for some real stuff. Like, it's not always about glitz and glam. It's not. Like, this is real life. Like, people are really out here dealing with anxiety, depression, and stuff, and killing themselves. So if it takes me and like y'all, and we all band together and like spread positivity and spread knowledge and shit, and people can like go get help, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just doing the Lord's work. So don't forget to like, subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to follow me on social media. Everything is, well, not everything. On Facebook is JACHRISTAB Harris. On Instagram is JACHRISTAB, I think. And on Twitter is JACHRISTAB. And on Instagram, I think it is JACHRISTAB. I'm not sure. I'll put everything right here. Everything right there. So yeah, guys, just wanted to kick some realness to you. Like, I'm not a fake person. Like, you see, I came on here like dark spots. Like, just wanted to keep it G real. All right, y'all. Until next time, it's JACHRISTAB.